How does precedent work in state court systems? Have you ever wondered how courts decide similar cases over time? The answer lies in a legal principle called stare decisis, which means that courts typically follow prior decisions when faced with similar facts or legal issues. This practice is essential for ensuring fairness and consistency in the application of state laws. At its core, precedent means that when a court makes a ruling on a legal question, that ruling serves as a guide for future cases within the same jurisdiction. This is particularly true for lower courts, which are expected to follow the decisions made by higher courts in their state. For instance, if a state's Supreme Court makes a decision, all lower courts in that state must adhere to that ruling. This creates a uniform interpretation of state laws across the judicial system. There are two main types of precedent in state courts. The first is binding precedent. This comes from higher courts within the same state jurisdiction and must be followed by lower courts. Binding precedent directly influences how similar cases are decided, ensuring that state policies and laws are applied consistently. The second type is persuasive precedent. This includes decisions from courts in other states or federal courts. While these decisions are not obligatory, they can influence a state court's ruling if the reasoning is compelling and relevant to the state's legal context. Sometimes, a case may present a legal issue that has not been previously addressed in that state. This is known as a case of first impression. In such instances, state judges may look to persuasive precedents from other jurisdictions or similar legal principles to guide their decisions. However, they are not required to follow these outside decisions. It is also important to note that precedent depends on the specific facts and legal issues considered in earlier cases. Only the legal principles that were explicitly addressed in those decisions serve as precedent. Issues that were unrelated or not addressed do not bind future courts. From the standpoint of state policies and laws, precedent plays a vital role in ensuring that state judicial systems apply laws consistently. This consistency supports stable governance and builds public confidence in the legal system. Additionally, it allows state courts to interpret state constitutions and statutes in ways that reflected the unique legal environment and policy goals of the state. Precedent also aids lower courts in applying complex state laws without needing to reinterpret them in every case. This promotes efficiency within the judicial system. Overall, precedent functions as a framework that guides judges to apply state laws consistently, respecting prior judicial decisions from higher courts while allowing for flexibility through persuasive precedents when new issues arise. This balance supports the orderly development of state law and the effective implementation of state policies.